Hey guys, what's up? It's Soul Patrol Jedi once again for Jedi Knight Reviews, and I'm just going to give you guys a quick update on what happened on Monday Night Raw. First off of a pretty good pay-per-view, over the limit, besides the Cena match, of course. Fuck you, Cena. Um, a few interesting things happened. One, Alex Riley finally snapped on The Miz, which I think was very great for both characters because now Miz is gonna have to act on his own, and Riley will finally go over to SmackDown where he was drafted a couple months ago. Why do a draft and not put him there or have him show up on Raw every week? Doesn't make very much sense, does it? He beat the living hell out of Miz. He ripped his clothes off. It reminded me of how Jerry Lawler beat up Cole at Over the Limit, which is another good thing I want to talk about. The coal mine is finally gone. Michael Cole is no longer a heel. For now, I think he still has heel tendencies. But he came out, he apologized to the fans, he apologized to Lawler, he apologized to Jim Ross, he apologized to everybody. And that's good. Still doesn't make up for the fact the last freaking 4, 5, 6 months of him being a complete asshole and being a heel. But it was entertaining. It went on for way, way, way too long. Cole or Joel should beat him at WrestleMania, and that should have been it. But have him see his ass get kicked, I think that was well worth it. The fans wanted it. The angle needed to be over, and they finished it. Let's see here. What else? Karma was turned into a giant pussy. Well, she's a female, but eh. As of this moment, as of last night, I read that that angle was shot of Karma, this big bad monster heel character who destroyed everybody. They were doing an 8 diva tag match, and before they even, I think they just started the match with Kelly and I think it was one of the Bella twins, the one with the hotter ass. Um, and they just started the match. Kelly was beating on Brie Bella or Nikki Bella, whoever it was. Typical 30-second diva match. Karma comes out as usual, all big and bad. She's in the ring, surrounded by every diva, the Bella twins, Natalia, Maurice, Beth Phoenix, who I read she was supposed to be having a feud with because they're both monsters, they're both big, they're both strong. That would have been a good, believable feud. But then she looks around, she falls onto her knees, and starts crying. Did anybody else think that was weird? I thought that was so fucking stupid. And then I find out later, last night, that she is gone for 9 months to a year, possibly even longer. I thought she got injured because what happened was every week, every SmackDown, every Raw there was a Diva match, she would come out and attack all the divas, all the heel divas, excuse me. Although she did attack Eve Torres once, I believe. But then starting last week, I think it was either Raw or SmackDown, she didn't come out. And in the pay-per-view, it was Kelly versus one of the Bella twins for the Divas Championship. She didn't come out either, and the crowd hated that. And she's been into a thing where where she's been taunting and stalking Kelly, but she didn't come out. And then on Monday, they pull this crying shit, and she's on her hands and knees, she's crying and blah 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 blah. And then I find out that she's gone. Nobody knew why. And then a couple hours later, at one of my wrestling spoiler sites I go to, it turns out that Karma is pregnant. And that was their way of writing her off TV. Why not have... I really can't explain it. They had to do something. And it says WWE writers are so short-sighted and stupid. They just... Well, let's have her cry. And then I'll have a good reason for her leave. She was crying the whole time she was there. And then during the commercial break, she was still on the ground crying, and the crowd was chanting, bullshit, bullshit, and they're booing her, and then she just gets up and leaves. That's it. Whatever. So anyway, further development in the beginning of the show, Bret Hart or R-Truth came out bitching and whining and complaining about how he doesn't get a title shot. Bret Hart was out there telling him he doesn't get a title shot because he sucks. And he asked the Raw general manager, the anonymous Raw general manager forever, if he could have a title match. And he said no. So they set up a four-man tag team match between Ray Cena, R-Truth, and CM Punk. And the GM was going to decide, well, who performed better in the match, who was going to get a title shot. Personally, I think it's going to be CM Punk. The crowd loves CM Punk. And what's going on with him? If he doesn't get a title match, he's going to wind up leaving. So, whatever. He needs to stay. He's a great heel. And I love the fact that he, 2 nights in a row, first off, he did the Macho Man tribute where he did the flying elbow. He missed, but it was still a good move. And then on Raw, he wore the Macho Man the yellow boots and the pink tights like Macho Man used to wear back in the day. Excuse me, I have a cold. And the crowd was into him. They were loving it. They were booing Cena, as always. They're cheering Punk, which is the exact opposite WWE wants. But it reminds me of how they used to cheer Austin all the time. And Austin was a heel fan, whatever he was. But Raw overall was pretty good. They had some good matches. The Marital match was pretty good. Besides, Cena winning. Cena always wins. On the side now, before I forget, The Miz asked why he didn't get a title shot, why he should get another title shot at Cena. The Raw GM came on again and told him that he's done with Cena. He doesn't get another title shot. So unless Miz or Cena drops the title, I don't see Miz getting a title shot for a while. All right, guys, it was a pretty enjoyable Raw. It was good. It was awesome. It was exciting, and definitely you needed something for an over the limit recap show, or going into Capital Punishment here in another month. But it was a good show. You guys have a good night. I'm Soul Patrol Jedi, and keep on wrestling.